Hello, hello there, my crafty friends. It's Candy here from sweetstamper.com. And I'm very happy to be with you here tonight for the third in my series of online Christmas card classes. So I'm doing one every Thursday night through the month of October. And I'm just trying to get my computer up and going here so I can see what you're seeing and hopefully be within camera range and all that good stuff. So I'm going to give it just a couple of minutes for people to find me. I do have my host code. Oh, I do have my host code going. This is incorrect right here. So I need to change that date to whatever next Tuesday is. So I will tell you, I am behind on everything I'm mailing out, I'm behind on. Just so you know, I've been down a couple of helpers, and that's made a huge impact in my ability to get things out on time. But there's reasons for all of that, and I'm getting caught up, and it's all good. Okay, so that is through the 23rd. Free class packet through October 23rd. And that is going to be free class packets you can get from what I'm doing tonight. Now, just by way of review, I will show you one of the sets of free card classes, and that was this set. Now, this set happened during our free shipping promotion as well, so this one was really popular. I can't even find the ones I did at retreat. They're here somewhere, but I can't show them to you tonight because I can't lay my hand to them. C'est la vie. It's been a little crazy. And I've got grandkids coming tomorrow, and I'm super excited about that. So, hey, Diana, I'm glad you made it to a live. Yeah, setting your alarm, that's the way I make it to the live, you know. I forget what I'm supposed to be doing. Hey, Tasha, I'm glad you're here. And Kathy, this should be the 24th, I think. Okay, thank you. Hey, Linda. So, free class packets through the 24th. With a $35 order using my host code. Okay, that's all the kind of housekeeping stuff we need to do to get started. And tonight, I'm featuring a couple of different things. First of all, I'm featuring this awesome stamp set. Now, why does that say? I can't read that. You know what? I have it right here. It's $25. Oh, I see. That's a two, and it looked like $55 to me, and I knew that wasn't right. $25 stamp set. It is all photopolymer stamps. Now, it's called More Wishes. And I'll show you why. So, this stamp set is only $17. Of course, it has fewer stamps. And this has actually been in our catalog. I think this is the second year it made the annual catalog. So if you like this kind of really bold font, as well as a more delicate scripty font, this is a really good one. You can mix and match, although I tend to match and match on this. So that's why this one's called Biggest Wish, and this is called More Wishes. So this is the stamp set I'm going to be featuring, and I'm going to feature two sets of papers. The first one I'm really loving. So my team, we do a team meeting the second Tuesday night of each month, and we do it on Zoom because people all over, and even people who are local to me, if they can't get a babysitter or they don't want to get out, they don't want to drive at night, whatever. It's great because wherever you are in the U.S., you can join us. Well, we have a team meeting packet. Let me show you the cards real quick. Hang on. Let's see. So the team meeting packet, we were using the paper that I'm using tonight, and this is called, yeah, Velma, you do need this stamp set. Hey, Mary. So this is what we did for our team meeting packet, and we really, really showcased these papers. And we did it with the Night Divine stamp set. I wanted to change things up, kind of to show variety, and so I'm using my favorite patterns. I will say, this is in the online exclusives. It's not in the holiday catalog. It's completely available. There's not been any unavailable status with this paper. It was only released, let's see, October. I think it was released in September. And it's called, let's see, I've got it here. It's called, Shining Christmas. So it is a specialty paper. So it has a lot of shine and it's a really nice weight. This is one of my favorite patterns. I'm going to be using it tonight with the, I love holly leaves. The back side is really pretty. I have to say, I love the front side so much that I'm not really using the back side. The candy canes is another favorite. This one, I really like this one. The little cross stitches, those are super cute. This one has the gifts. Love, love, love this paper. And the colors are Mossy Meadow, Cherry Cobbler, and white. This one has a cute pattern on the back. This art, I always love Argyles. And then the other side is these little Christmas ornaments, super cute. The trees are very whimsical, Christmas trees. And then this pattern, excuse me, we have fall allergies big time here in San Antonio. And then this very classic stripe with little dots. And the other side has these kind of random Christmas lights. So this is the paper, Shining Christmas. And I believe it's $15 because it is a specialty paper. Thank you, Kathy, for the bless you. I will take it. Okay, I think we're okay lighting-wise. I think you guys can see okay. I could put on more light. Okay, so I'm using this paper on the first two cards, and then we're going to shift gears and go blue. Okay, let's get stamping. One thing I wanted to show you is that I like to mix, sometimes, and this is the way the card packets come to you. Everything is prepped and ready to go like this. Sometimes I like to mix Cherry Cobbler and Real Red. So although Cherry Cobbler is in the paper, you can see how Real Red is a really nice counterpart to it. So, you know, you want to make sure that you don't get so locked into a red that you don't, all of our reds work really well together. Hey, Sherry, I'm glad you're here. Now, this is a photopolymer stamp set, so I'm going to be using my little foam mat. Now, what I'm going to do, well, let's start here. This is actually a really favorite layout that I love. So I'll show you the layout first, and then we'll do the stamping part. So this is a regular card base of 8.5 by 5.5. I like to score mine ahead of time, so when you get card bases from me, I score them for you. And then we're going to take two 4x3 pieces of designer paper, and we're going to mat them with Cherry Cobbler. So this is 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 on the outside layers. Okay. So that goes like so. Okay, and then I'm going to do another one the same way. Believe it or not, I'm going to put all of that on a card front. So you may feel like that's a little bit too much, but I'll show you what I mean. It's a great way to showcase designer series papers, and I love to showcase these papers. So I'm going to take one of these, and you kind of have to decide which one you're going to put in the foreground and which one is going to be in the background. And I wanted the smaller pattern in the foreground. So this pattern is going to be in the background with the gifts. And then this one with the candy canes is going to be in the foreground. But you'll be able to see them both. Okay. So I really, really like this layout. Okay, now I have a 4x2 piece of basic white, and I'm going to use this Elegant Edge tag punch, and I'm going to make a really pretty tag from this. So you want to put this is a 4x2, so this is a 2-inch wide. You go all the way in. Now, before I commit and punch, I like to flip it over and make sure that I've gotten all the way down to the bottom, because hopefully I do, but sometimes, you know, you don't get it all the way in there and then you're in trouble. So there, I'm going to have this pretty punch on each side. Now look at that beautiful tag I've just created. And that is with the Elegant Edge tag punch. Let me get rid of that. It makes kind of like confetti, so be aware. Have something under you where you can tidy it up really easily. Now, I'm going to take this tag. I'm going to be putting it right like so. And I have the wrong thing on here. Let's see. That is not the way I meant this to be. I meant to be, I wonder if I can lift these. I meant this to be a top fold card because of the way I want to do my, yep, these will lift. The way I want to do my ribbon. Okay, here we go. Let me grab a top fold real quick. You'll see what I mean. Why? I want to be able to wrap the ribbon all the way around. And so I want to wrap the ribbon and I can't get through that. I could make a notch, but I don't want to do that. I can't get through my little fold. So I'm going to do a top fold card. You know what? I don't think this is 4 1/4. This was, yeah, this is too wide. Hang on. Trim this. Now, let's try again. Let's put a little bit more adhesive on here just to make sure everything is going to stick really well. Now, we will try again here and here. Okay, there we go. I remember the first time I was at a Stampin' Up! Event, and Shelley Gardner, our founder, she was on stage stamping and she messed something up really big, and I thought, oh, thank God, I'm normal. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to take this beautiful, beautiful sheer ribbon with the silver edging, and I want to wrap it all the way around. And I am actually going to tie a bow. And these card packets, if you like my packets and you want to place an order with my host code in my online store, at $35, you get these 3 card kits. At $50, I'm going to give you a roll of this sparkly ribbon as well. I think you will absolutely love it as much as I do. So when I'm going to do this, I'm actually going to do a super tight knot first. Then I'm going to come back in here and do the bow. Because that way I'm not worried about the tension of the bow when I'm trying to get my little loops and everything all pretty. There we go. Okay. That looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. Bring that down a little bit more. Okay, now I'm going to show you another little trick once I get my tag on here. Now, we are going to use this tag, and we're going to use Cherry Cobbler ink, and I'm just going to go with Mary. So here we go. And I'm going to go pretty near the bottom. And I'm going to go like that. And then I'm going to do another Mary right on top. So I'm going to have Mary, Mary. Merry, Merry Christmas. And this is when you really love photopolymer stamps because it's so easy to line up. So that is going to go just like so. And now, oh, you know what? While I have this out, I'm going to put my Christmas on the inside. So let's go ahead, put this over here. This is a big word. This Christmas, because this font is so bold, even though it's skinny letters, yeah, that's a lot of, I probably need to ink up my Cherry Cobbler ink pad. Okay. And I think the other thing that's really cool about this, I think I'm still on, aren't I? Yeah. Is there is this cute little, there's a cute little exclamation point. Now I probably should have put this over a little farther, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and put my exclamation point there because it's so cute. It's not even straight. That's okay. It's a handmade card. Okay, so that's going to go there. Now we're going to take a couple of dimensionals, and you can see how this is really coming together now. And I'm going to center it on this 4x3 Designer Series paper. So yeah, this punch is, I think, another one of those hidden gems. I haven't seen a lot of projects with it, but I think it makes a great tag for a card front. You don't need any kind of a die cutting machine for that. It's just a tag all on its own. And I'm just going to slide it like so. And that is going to make it centered, sort of, kind of. Now, one of the things I like to do when I have a bow like that, or even a knot, I want to make sure it stays put, is I'm going to come over here with a glue dot, and I'm going to slide it right underneath the knot part, and that makes sure it's going to stay right where I want it to stay. Now, one last little touch that I'm going to do is I'm going to use the festive pearls. This is what they look like. So you do get the cherry cobbler in there, but I'm actually going to use the silver ones, and just to pick up on the silver from this ribbon. And this is all I have left of one pack. So I think I'm going to come right like that. And then another one here. And then another one next to it. There we go. Boom. Okay. Merry, Merry Christmas. Very, very classic red, white, and green. I'm very happy with that. So that is one of the free card packets you can get. Now we're going to do another one. And this time we're going to go horizontal landscape. I'm going to go ahead and do my stamping while I have this out. I'm still going to use my cherry cobbler ink pad, but this time I'm going to use the Scripty font. And I'm going to do Christmas. I just have a little white tag, a little scrap of white here. And then I'm going to do whoopsie. Your cling stamps will also cling to the paper sometimes, and it will start to go with you as you take it off. Okay, and I'm going to put this over here because I'm going to actually put a little holly leaf over there. Christmas wishes, totally different look with that Scripty font. Okay, now I am going to put this on a little. This is one of the stitched rectangles, and it is from the Radiating Stitches dies. This is another online exclusive. It's a standalone die set, and I absolutely love it. So this time I've used cherry cobbler ink, but I'm using real red for my little frame. So I'm just gonna go like so with some seal, and then I'm going to take my basic white thick card base. I do like to use the thick on the card bases because then it's the same thickness as our colored cardstock. But we have the lighter weight basic white because it's made for layering. Okay, now this is 5 by 3 1/4. Sorry, 3 3/4. So it's a little bit smaller because I wanted a larger white frame than what we sometimes do. And I'm going to use the beautiful holly, which is one of my favorite pieces, and I'm going to use a little bit of a candy cane and just do a little set like this. So let's go ahead and put this down. And that would look cute too, but that's not the direction I want to go. So let's do this. You know, it is Christmas card season. We are in the height of Christmas card season. Because if you're going to make your Christmas cards, now is when you need to be starting if you haven't already started. I've shared before that October is actually the month that I first encountered Stampin' Up. I went to a home party my dear friend Joyce had, and I didn't know what on earth this was, never heard of it, never seen it. And other than I'd seen a couple of rubber stamps when I was in Hobby Lobby and thought, I wonder what you do with that. And it was October, and I was absolutely mesmerized. Fell in love with a poinsettia set in the catalog. Hi, Kim. Thank you for sharing my video. And I bought everything I needed that night to make my Christmas cards. And that's how I fell in love with stamping. was making Christmas cards. And to this day, Christmas cards are probably my all-time favorite of all the cards that I create. And I do create a lot of cards. That's just what I love to do. And it's the way I like to run my classes. And I do like to run events. I love to help people stamp. I love to teach people to stamp. I love to help people fall in love with stamping. I love to get together with people and stamp. It is an absolute passion. See how pretty that ribbon is? It's a sheer ribbon, almost like an organdy, but even thinner than that. And I really, really like it. So now I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back. And to keep it from being too matchy-matchy, from being too like straight-laced, we're going to offset this and make it into kind of a little tag. So let's go like this. I think we'll do like that so that we have a little bit of this sticking out. Now, I wonder if it came out when I emptied out my packet. I had a little tiny, Lord have mercy, it's really tiny holly leaf. I knew I shouldn't have put that in the packet. Let me see if it's on the floor. There are some really tiny holly leaves that are part of the St. Nicholas. Part of the St. Nicholas. Phooey. Let me see if I have one on my cutting station over here. Phooey. I mean, it's super, super tiny. We'll get to the end and I'll see if, oh, that's kind of cute too. Probably too much because I'm going to tie a bow up here. Okay, maybe it will appear. I will keep going and I may have to just stop and cut another one because it really does make a difference. Okay, and I cut several because I put sticker, the sticker paper on the back of them, the, what do you call it, the adhesive sheet, because they're so tiny. Ay. And I cut like 4 of them and I can't find any. Okay, so let's go ahead and, okay, I lost my train of thought now. I need my ribbon, which is, this is the whole, here it is right here. So let's thread this under here and make a bow. Hey, Gwen, I'm glad you're here. Welcome. This is my 3rd in a series of Christmas card classes I'm running throughout October. So let's tie that there. And I'm kind of all about the bows tonight because I think this ribbon is so sheer that it really lends itself to a bow. Now, of course, that one is a little wonky and I need it to go this way. So let me show you my trick. I could just like retie it, but I don't really have the patience for that. So once again, I'm going to take my glue dot and I'm going to just slide it underneath there. That will put that anchor my little center of my bow so that it stays where I want it to stay. Okay, and that's sheer enough to where it really doesn't cover up my Christmas wishes. Now, let's see. Will I find, you know what? I'm going to pull one. Ah, I found one. Okay, like I said, these are super, super tiny. Let me just show you. This is the St. Nicholas dies. And these are a lot of fun. Look at these tiny, tiny little holly leaves. Oh, there's the other one. So you can run them all through at the same time. And, oh, I'm so glad, Kathy, you're loving my card. And yes, if you like traditional Christmas, this is all about traditional Christmas. So you can see why I put adhesive sheet on this because I do not want to have to put glue on the back of that. So I'm going to just pull this like so. And then that little sticker sheet makes this into a stick. It's not adhesive sheet is what we call it, but to me it's a sticker sheet. So that sticks with no fuss, no glue, no nada. And then I'm going to come back in here with one of these little cherry cobbler pearls, and that is perfect. So here's card number 2. Here's card number 1. Yeah, this ribbon is gorgeous. So remember, when you place an order of $35 with my host code, where'd my host code go? Ay, Candy, where is your stuff? Let's see if I can find it before I go any farther, because I've got one more card for you. I have a host code here somewhere. I'll find it. Anyway, when you place an online order with my host code of $35, you get these 2 card packets plus the 3rd card packet, which is right here. So we're going to go in a totally different direction. I'm making them all with this one single stamp set. If you raise your order up to $50, I'll throw in a full roll of this ribbon that is just lovely. It was actually unavailable for quite a while. Excuse me. It was unavailable for, I think, for about 2 weeks. Came back in, which I'm very grateful for. And let's see, while I'm getting set up for my last card, let's see if I can find my host code info. No, it's gone somewhere. Lord have mercy. Okay. Comedy of Errors is usually my Facebook Live. Okay, so now this time I'm going to use Pretty Peacock. And we are going to use different paper. Obviously, this is not going to go with the red and green paper. So I am going to take this little scalloped rectangle, and I am going to put Merry Christmas on here, and I'm going to use Pretty Peacock. And I will show you, because all 3 of these cards tonight, we're going to be using specialty papers. So Shining Christmas is the one I used first. It is an online exclusive. And then this set of papers is called Snowflake Wishes, and it's really, really lovely. Now, this is going to be a tight fit because I'm going to put Merry Christmas on here. Excuse me. And so what that means is I'm going to bring, and I just inked up this pad. Hopefully that is not a mistake. I'm going to bring this all the way down to the bottom, like right on the stitches, so that I have enough room for the Merry. So Kathy, you've been doing a lot of Pretty Peacock for Christmas cards. It is really pretty. It is a beautiful blue for Christmas. Okay, there we go. So Christmas is there. Now let's put Merry just above it. Glad I inked this up, because when I was working with it earlier, it was definitely on the side of being a little bit weak. It's one of my pet peeves is ink pads that are not fully inked. Okay, there we go. That is bold. It tells you Merry Christmas. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 3 patterns from the Snowflake Wishes, and I'm just going to put them like this. So when you get your card kits, it's going to have all 3 of them like this. Now, one of the things I would recommend, this Snowflake Wishes is a little bit thinner, and actually, to be honest, I find even with that, with the Shining Christmas and definitely with the tartan foil, it's a little bit thinner, and I really have found that when you use the liquid glue, it shows through. So I definitely recommend using your seal, or even glue dots might work, but you don't want, you know, little strings of liquid glue showing through there. That is just very unsightly. So this is really pretty paper. This is a holiday catalog paper, and these are the 3 patterns. So I'll show you why I'm doing it this way, because I'm going to put just a wee tiny bit of Pretty Peacock peeking through. So Tasha, you already love this one. Yeah, you got to be a sucker for these snowflakes. They are gorgeous. And this really bold font, I think, because this is really kind of delicate paper, I really like having like high contrast and kind of a little bit of an eclectic feel to a lot of my projects. And this one really delivers that because the paper is very traditional and a little bit soft, and this is super, super bold. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a tiny frame of Pretty Peacock underneath there, and that's going to help that to stand out. So let's put this down. So like I said, when you place a $35 order with my host code, you get all of these die cuts, you get everything ready where all you have to do is stamp this. Now, if you do not have More Wishes stamp set, any really good font greeting stamp set would work with this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down some of that fun ribbon. So the way I find that this works best for me, I've put down a couple of strips of seal, and now I'm just going to zigzag this, and you just press it into the seal. That's probably a little bit too far down. I don't want that going down below the card. And I'm doing it at a little bit of an angle. Nothing measured. And I'm going to keep it on the bolt because I find it's very difficult to tell ahead of time how much you need. And you actually waste less if you just leave it on the spool. Okay, so now that's going to go there. And now, when I put this down, you see how we have all that pretty coming out underneath. So that just makes it look really, really glitzy and really extra special. Now, if you only wanted to go, you could go with less, but I wanted, it's such sheer ribbon, the silver is what really stands out. So let me grab my what are these called? Dimensionals, my Stampin' Dimensionals. Ay. It's been a super, super busy day. And I was at physical therapy. I had the 5 o'clock appointment. They've got me in there 3 times a week right now. So it's kind of kicking my backside in the best possible way. Kicking my backside physically as well as just, man, that eats into my schedule. Okay, so that's going to go there. Now that's hanging off a little bit and that's going to bug me. So I'm just going to come behind here and do like that. And I think, this one's okay. Now I cut this, but I don't think I need it. Let's see, I have a little, maybe I do need it. I don't have adhesive sheet on this one. And this is actually from the Season of Chic. So let me just grab a tiny bit. Actually, I think I can use a mini glue dot there. And that is right here. Because then what I'm going to do, so this is the third. Oh, you know what? I did put an adhesive. Look at there. I put adhesive sheet on the back of this. Hallelujah. That was a smart move, Candy. So that is going to come up like so. Oh, that is sweetness. I tell you, when you're doing an intricate die like this, it is so much easier. I think I'm going to put it straight like that. Oh, yeah. Now I'm going to come behind here with, where did my little pearls go? My little festive pearls. So this is the way they look. You get all 4 colors, but I'm using the dregs of this set that has just a little bit of silver. Oh, you know what actually would look really pretty? The silver would look really pretty, but there's also, they actually call these soft succulent, but they actually, look at that. It blends right in. It's that soft. Oh, look how pretty. Now I'm going to take a couple more of these. Oh yeah, this is where it gets really fun. The finishing touches are always the most fun. Now those are kind of stuck together. So let's do like that, and then maybe one more, like so. Oh yeah, that makes me very happy. So there's card number 3. Now I do have, oh, I'm so glad. I'm getting good feedback tonight. Everybody's liking my cards, yay. I want to put a basic white. See, when you have that Pretty Peacock in there, it's too dark to be able to write a message unless you have a silver pen or something. And even then, sometimes it's a little bit hard to read. I want to make sure that my message is going to come through. Now, before well, let me show you all 3 cards again. So here's card number 3, card number 2, and card number 1. Now, before I love you and leave you, I want to show you one more thing. Well, I thought about adding this. I don't know that we need that. I cut that out. What do we think? Do we like that little branch? Do we like adding that little granny apple green branch? I don't know that we need it. But I did want to show you, when I was originally working on this design, I actually did it vertically, and I did it as a New Year's card. And then I thought, well, I promised them a Christmas card class, so I want to just stick with Christmas cards. But let me show you, because I think this is kind of fun. And you'll see how this is why I knew I needed to re-ink my ink pad. So this is this design flipped over with New Year wishes. I've still got, you see, I didn't put as much ribbon behind it, but it's the same design. So just to show you the incredible versatility that is in the More Wishes stamp set, I think it's a must-have. These are both very classic fonts that I think you would use for, several years to come. So again, let me see if I can find my host code. Where is the elusive host code? It's not on the floor. It's on a piece of paper. Let's see. Can Candy find the host code before she signs off? Lord have mercy. I'd forget my head if it didn't stay attached. I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached to the top of my body. Lord have mercy. Where could it be? I don't see it anywhere. And it's typed and everything. When I went to get that white card base, did I leave it then? Well, you know what's going to happen. As soon as I sign off, I'll find, I think maybe here. Haha. It's with all my designer paper. So there's my host code. And the 24th, I think, if you place your order from now through, let's see, I think it's the 24th, should be Tuesday. Then Tuesday. Okay, well done. I think it was Kathy. Somebody here told me the 24th. Then I will send you, so between today, which is Thursday and Tuesday, if you use this host code, these are the card kits that you will get in the mail. This is with a $35 order. You'll also get the PDF tutorials. And then the other thing is that if you top your order up to $50, I will include a roll of this sheer ribbon, which I think that you will love. Vivian, I'm actually doing well. Thank you. I know some of y'all are aware I'd had multiple physical challenges going on, but yeah, PT, physical therapy, is whipping me back into shape, getting my legs to work again, and I just have to work at it. And my tummy's getting sorted out, so I had an endoscopy I guess it's been like 2 weeks ago now. Don't have my biopsy results yet, but I'm not expecting them to find anything there. They've got me on some medication, and esophagitis is my diagnosis. So I've had all of this stems from this accident that I was in. The pain medication upsets my tummy, so it's it's kind of a vicious cycle. But you know what? By the grace of God, I'm alive. Got to raise my kids. I was on life support, wasn't expected to live, and here I am, walking, talking, and sharing the joys of card making, and actually getting to engage with my grandkids tomorrow. I'm actually going to walk them down to the woods, and we're going to have some fun, because we live right in the middle of a bunch of green belt, and we're going to go into what my older grandkids always called Grandma's Woods. So that's on the docket for tomorrow. Hey, Carol, I'm glad you joined us from Minnesota. If you're just now coming in, I hope that you will watch the replay. If you are watching on YouTube, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And if you are here on Facebook, make sure you've liked my page and make sure that you've allowed the notification so that when I'm going live, it will remind you. But I am here every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time. And one more plug. This is my card class, online card class for this week. You get these packets in the mail with a $35 order using my host code through Tuesday. with a $50 order, I'm adding in this beautiful, beautiful sheer ribbon. That is it for today. I will have these up on my blog, hopefully tomorrow. Grandkids are coming tomorrow. In all reality, this is going to be Saturday. Okay, thanks so much for tuning in. Take care, and God bless.